Hello, everyone, and I was just watching TV, well, YouTube. That's my TV, but I was like, you know what? I should do a story time of my first PT session when I was a recruit division commander, which basically is a drill instructor for the Navy, right? So I was there in Chicago, 2016 January to December 2019. But it was a good experience, though. It's a it's a different lifestyle for sure. I mean, 100%. The things you see and have to deal with, the attitudes you deal with will test you unbelievable. 100%. Let's get into the story time real quick. So when I was there, before COVID happened, of course, we PT'd Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we had to be there, I think, by 05:30. I think it was 05:30. Or maybe 06:30. One of the two, either way. We'd be there with our class. Because at the time, there were 4 classes. Like, 4 different groups. Like, say, 070, 080, 090, and say 060, whatever, right? It doesn't matter, right? So, long story short, the very first PT session I had to go to, you have to be on these yellow diagonal lines, well, yellow parallel lines in the drill hall, and you have to have your water bottle filled all the way up. But however, first of all, hold up. I was a red belt. So a red belt is a person who has like G6PD or sickle cell trait, something like that. So the red belts, myself and the other ones, we had to line up behind the class. So say the class is facing north, right? The red belts will be facing east behind them. So it was always this one instructor. I think it was Pedro Ramirez. Well, now I think maybe Chief Ramirez. Or maybe we weren't now. Anyway, he would always come out, red belts, did you hydrate? And so many days I wanted to say no, just to see what they're gonna do. They're probably gonna beat us for real. Probably gonna just say go hydrate probably. But I want to say no so many times just like to see what's gonna happen. But then I was freaking nervous because you didn't get set back like a week. The classes were 3 weeks apart. I didn't want to go LLD, which is like light limited duty. When you're hurt or something like that, or you can't PT. So yeah. So they always came out and said, red belt, did you hydrate? It was like, yes, petty officer. So everything is yes, petty officer, yes, chief, no chief, right? So they'll say, fall in, red belts, and you have to acknowledge before you can move. He's like, aye, petty officer, and then we'll fall in, right? I'm on the front row, and it was this guy, this instructor. He made chief. I ain't gonna say his name. This guy, when I say, I hated life, when he was inspecting us, I'd be like, oh, I cannot stand this man. Everybody knew he was always the meanest of them all, no matter what. It could be a beautiful, sunny, bright day. He's gonna find a way to make it seem like that you did something wrong. So anyway, I'm on the tow line, I'm looking at attention, and they greet you. They say, good morning, petty officer. And then you say, good morning, petty officer. And then they inspect your shaves for males, they inspect your shaves. He said, you should have no shave shit. And I was at attention, I'm like, no, petty officer. Then he said something to something like, why didn't you shave? I used my clippers this morning, petty officer. Wrong answer. Then I will never forget, he was like, you use your clippers? You use your clippers? I said, yes, petty officer. So then I'm at attention still. I'm like, it's my first PT session. The only thing you hear about is don't get set back, don't get set back, don't get set back. So I'm like, man, I am going to freaking get it. So then he had his ID card with him. And he didn't touch my face with it, but he put it up to my face, his ID card. He said, you better shave or go to medical. Me, I was I think 24 at the time. Then super motivated, all right, petty officer. So we did the PT session, which when I say RTC PT session is real, is real. Then it was. I'm pretty sure it is now too, but you get what I'm saying though. So at the end, we gather around and we have to say the recruit division commander creed. And then we also say the sailor's creed. And then all the instructors line up in front and we're facing them. And then the dreadful thing is when I call your name, say your name or be at the window like at 12:30 or 1300. You already know you're going to get your hard card documented. So a hard card is basically a booklet of a sort that recruits have throughout training. But when I was in training, also we got them as students because we were in a student status. We weren't considered staff. You didn't become staff until you actually graduated RDCC school, right? But yeah, we in the half circle, and then you hear everybody's name. Like when I say your name, say your name. All the names get called out. I say I hear my name right away. So I go to the window, like at the time, whatever he said. He said, "Petty officer, this is a setup for a setback." I was like, "What?" I was like, what are you talking about? Like by then I wouldn't got to know shaved shit. But yeah, that was kind of like my first impression of C school. But they were no joke though. All of the instructors were super motivated. And I say like motivated. Oh, what was his name? I think Pastor Robinson. And I think Chief Williams. Man, them jokers could freaking run. When I say like you don't want to run with it, like if they led PT runs, you better not fall out their group. But I just thought about it. I don't know. Some of you may get it. It's funny to me. I started laughing about it when I was thinking about it. But yo, when I say I was so freaking nervous, my first PT session, because you hear about, hey, don't fall out the run. Don't fall out the run. Do all the push-ups correctly. And because it's your first PT session course, they're going to go super hard, right? But after a while you get used to it, or you may not get used to it, but you know what to expect in a sense. But yeah, that's how my first PT session went when I first went to RTC to become RDC, which I will say by far was the best command. I think I don't know, so many motivated people there, so many different leadership styles there, so many people you could learn from just like life there. But yeah, yep, that's it. Just thought about it. Quick short story time, not that much.